when I used to join corporate roles, I used to be like, all right, I'll give it 3 or 4 months before I really show them who I am. As in, like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
don't
like
say anything.
dating.
It totally is. It's well, then you wasted 4 months for the wrong person. But
Yeah.
it's even just like, you know, because like it's such a polarizing thing. Like I like horror, or like I, you know, like to meditate. So I'm called either a psycho or I'm called woo woo. And it's like, wow, these kind of like judgments we have of each other that I
Mm,
try really hard not to do. Like everybody should be allowed to do whatever makes them happy to a
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
But like, and I bring that into my business. It's even like, I have a big problem that I don't trust my gut. And my
Mm,
gut has never ever steered me wrong. Like I've been in
yeah.
romantic relationships where I've thrown up for 2 years because it wasn't a
Wow.
good fit. And I had no idea.
Oh
I just
my
thought,
God.
yeah, as in every
Talk
time we
about
have
trust your gut.
I know, like, you know, because it wasn't a very good, it was a toxic relationship. And I just
Mm,
honestly thought I had a health problem. And my body was so desperate to get away from the situation. And I completely ignored it.
wow. Yeah.
So now even like if I sign a new client or I'm doing a task I doesn't like, I can feel it. And if I ignore it, it just gets really bad. Like it actually affects my health. So
Mm,
I was like, wow, how on earth do I lean into this more? So I did a course on trust my intuition. And
yeah.
from that, like I've actually learned that I do have, and this is going to sound woo woo, like
I
I've
love woo
got,
woo. Don't worry.
I,
I'm into it. Yeah.
I
Go for
have
it.
like medium and psychic powers. Like I can read energy. Like I can pick up on things that other
Yeah.
people can't. And
Mm,
I'm absolutely fine with it. I've seen ghosts before, and people think either it's terrifying or I'm crazy, and I
yeah.
don't mind. It's like I don't care if you believe it or not. Like it's just part and parcel of who I am, and I'm accepting it. But for me, if I can use those intuitive
Yes.
powers as I call them, just even from a business of like, all right, first time you meet a client, if it doesn't sit right, don't go through with it. Or
Yeah.
this offer doesn't feel okay. Or actually, the way I'm selling myself just doesn't align with who I want to be. It's
Mm,
simple things like that, which I think obviously all of us have, but women in particular,
mm,
that gut, you know, you walk past a dark alley. What do? We don't walk down it, do we? Which obviously is a
yeah.
different conversation, but as it's your intuition saying it's not safe.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. And we don't lean into that enough. And that's what I'm
Mm.
trying really hard to do and seeing where that leads me.
Oh my God. I just got goosebumps. This is so good because you're so right. Like I reflect on moments in my business where I have felt like this situation is wrong. This is not, whether it be like a hard conversation with an employee, whether it be a deal, whether it be whatever it be. And I've ignored it. Like it's blown up in my face, totally blown up in my face. Like in actual fact, I try and do that now. If I like feel a feeling
Yep.
and it is usually in your stomach, I go, why, what is it? What am I doing right now? And am I having this feeling because I'm avoiding, it's usually for me, I'm avoiding having a hard confrontation, hard conversation or
Oh,
something.
yes.
I can even feel it if I'm behind on client work. I can even feel it before a client blows up. I'm like, oh, this is in a spot where they're going to get cranky if I don't take action right now. So I know like to just ship it out the door, because I know if I ignore that feeling in a few days time, I will have left it for 2 days too many and they'll be cranky. So I just think you're so right. Like learning to actually listen to your body and to your gut and to your intuition. Like it's like secret sauce in business. Like people
Yes.
say woo woo and that's fine, but I'm like, nah, if you can harness that, that's super cool.
Exactly. And people can feel your energy as well. But if you're not aligned with what you're doing, it does come across and you'll suddenly notice a
Yeah.
dip in sales, or why don't I have as many clients now? Or why is that Instagram not working? That post working that normally would work. It is such a thing.
Mm.
And like I said, the feelings that you've got there you go. You've got the secret power. It's exactly what you
Yes.
have. And
Yes.
I'll be honest, I still ignore it. I ignored it, and I had a horrible situation literally yesterday with a client.
Mm.
And I was, because I didn't know her for the past 2 weeks, and we had that horrible conversation, and I
Yeah.
did feel really crap. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I was so relieved because I knew it was right, and I've ignored it
Yeah.
for 2 weeks. And I'm like, so it is definitely like it's a progression. I'm not perfect. I stumble and stuff, and I don't listen to it all the time. But it's definitely getting a point now, if I don't really start listening and making my business work for me as much as possible,
Yeah.
I won't want to get up on a Monday and do the job, and I might as well go back to corporate and just get someone else to tell me what to do and earn money that
Yeah.
way. But that's not going to satisfy me either. So it's like, if you don't lean in and listen, then eventually it will make you.
Yeah. I love that. I just think if more women listened to themselves, we're actively out there seeking advice, seeking mentoring. And I agree. I think coaching's amazing. Community is amazing. You have to have them, no brainers in business. But if we listen to ourselves a little bit more as well, it would not go astray.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's probably the biggest lesson I've learned. And you don't have to be a business owner, obviously, to do it. It could be
Mm.
anything, you
Yeah.
know. You could be a mother, you could be single, you could be like, it doesn't matter, anything. It's just
Mm.
any single decision. And I also would like, maybe it doesn't have to be human design, for example, but anything you can do to kind of learn about who you are, like personality tests or anything like that, to find out, how do you best learn, or how do you best react to things? Like a manifesting generator, like obviously it means I've got a lot of things going on once. So I'm like,
Mm.
kind of like create things and I'm all over the place. Like I have 3 jobs, for example, because I get like itchy fingers.
Yeah.
Um,
I know the feeling.
Lost my train of thought. Oh, but I even found out one really simple thing through that is if someone says to me like, "Oh, what do you want for dinner tonight?" I get a complete block
Mm.
because apparently I don't respond very well to open-ended questions. What I need is a multiple choice. And I swear to God, since I learned that, like even for example, my boyfriend, like he says, "What do you want for dinner?" And I look at him and go, "Mm-mm." And he goes, "All right, so we've got burgers, pizza." And I go, "Oh, cool." I feel, and I actually feel the answer, and I go, "Oh, that."
Yeah.
And it's really changed. It's such a simple thing, but I need people to like. That's how I'm gonna like pick things, and also I'm supposed to pause before making a decision because I jump in. I'm definitely a go-getter. I'm, let's do this thing now,
Mm.
like, and then I end up regretting some things, like even if just like agreeing to go to an event, for example, that's three
Yeah.
months away, and then the day before, I'm like, oh bugger, I need to
Yeah.
just sit with it, and I find it hard because I'm so like fast-paced that my
Yes.
lesson is to slow down and take a moment because sometimes that's how I end up with the wrong client. I'm just so
Mm.
excited because I'm, oh my God, they want to work with me, or oh, I have space. And then it blows up anyway. Whereas we just took an extra day to go, this doesn't really fit. But however, I can recommend this person that would work better with you.
Yeah.
I would save myself a lot of heartache.